Hi team, just wanted to let you know that we had a fantastic training this morning. We had Matt Koenig from Koenico, who is really the top guy as far as mobile marketing goes in the automotive space, came to present to us today. This guy is so cool that Google wants to present with him. And actually they are presenting with him at Digital Dealer in April. So Matt shared a lot of things with us. If you were at the training, you know. If you missed the training, you're going to be behind the 8 ball. I highly suggest you go talk to somebody who was there because it was phenomenal. So some of the things that Matt talked to us about, of course, mobile, right? We all know how important mobile is. Most of us live on our cell phones. I have 2. I know it's really bad. I live on them. I get everything on them, and it's really funny because I have the same apps and the same thing synced between the 2 of them, but it's just, I have a problem, right? Well, evidently the rest of America does too, and that's really important to us because those are our car buyers. It's very important to us to understand the mobile shopper. Now, hand in hand with mobile is something you guys have heard me say so many things about, and that is video. Some of our stores are doing a fantastic job with video. Some of our stores are still a little camera shy. So I'm going to give you a few numbers to help you get over your camera fear that Matt shared with us today. So here we go. You can see them on the board. Let me come in a little bit closer here. Actually, I'm going to flip it around, guys, so that you can see them the right way. Okay, there you go. That's a lot easier to see, right? You don't need a mirror for it. Okay, so one of the great statistics that Matt brought to us today, 84% of car buyers use video in their research process. Makes sense, right? We're lazy. We don't want to read. We just want to watch a video about it. Watch a video about the dealership, about the make or model that we're interested in. 84% of car buyers use video in their research. Half of the people who viewed those videos are actually physically walking into a dealership. And then, of course, we hope that you're at least performing at a 50% shown close, right? Some of our locations are doing a bit better than that, but we want that 50%. So that's the math that we're going to use. So the statistics Matt shared, 84% of all car buyers use video in their research. Half of those viewers are walking into a physical brick and mortar dealership. And if you're doing a halfway decent job, you're going to sell half of those people. So let's break it out, right? 100 people in the market to buy a car. 84 of them, they're going to use video. 42 of them are going to walk into a store. Now this may or may not be your store, but if you are doing a great job with your video presence, odds are it will be. And then if you can close at least 50% of those viewers that walked into your store, that's 21 car deals. 21 car deals times an average gross of $2,000. Your gross might be higher, your gross might be lower. Insert your own numbers here, folks. That's $42,000 generated from video views. Seem like video's worth giving a try now? All right, now that we're done with the math, we're going to flip back around. So those are some numbers that are really hard to disagree with. If we know that most of our consumers, and for most of our stores, more than 50% of the traffic to our website is mobile, and we know that these mobile shoppers are consuming video, we know everyone's consuming video, you guys. It's the next best thing. And also, again, why is video so important? You've heard me say before, and Matt also mentioned it too, which was I was proud that our team already knew the answer to that. You know, Google, of course, they own the world. And video is so very important because one of the pieces of the world that Google owns is YouTube. So we want to have that presence on YouTube, and we want to go ahead and make sure that our stores are doing it, but not just our stores, our sales reps as well. If we're going to dominate the digital space organically and make sure that these people who are shopping on their mobile devices, consuming video, only see our videos, you're going to have to get your sales team involved. So one of the things that I asked Matt about, which I thought was great, because we didn't actually have a lot of our sales managers there, which I was a little bit bummed about, but kudos, Jay Chevrolet. Jay Chevrolet actually had one manager from every single department represented. They had their general manager, a new car manager, used car manager, and their internet manager. These trainings that I have lined up are not just internet trainings. Not going to bring the top mobile guy in the country and not make sure that all my management team knows that they're invited. So next time around, I know everybody's planning on coming. So good job, Tony Torrey, for making sure your whole team was there. And I really expect to see you guys just go crazy with video. I already got a message from Jim that he had half of the sales floor out in the back of trucks shooting videos. So expect to see big things there for sure. Now, do you want to get left in the dirt? I don't want any of our stores to be left out. Look what Marty Feldman Chevrolet is doing. I'd like to go ahead and give them a shout out because Big Al has really adopted video with the support of his management team. They have more video content than any of our stores right now. But here's the deal, you guys don't need a professional videographer. Look, this is an awesome video, and I'm doing this on my cell phone. I am using my selfie stick, I'm not gonna lie. But I heard they're pretty easy to get. You can order them online. I got it for Christmas. But it doesn't have to be professional. We've talked about this a million times. It just needs to be you. It needs to be real. I thought one statistic that Matt talked about was actually really interesting. And I was going to interject, but he was on a roll and he has so much energy that I didn't want to interject. So of course, Matt brought it back to the basics. It's an emotional purchase. You want your consumer to be emotional about it because if they're emotional, they're going to open up their wallets, right? They're going to do business with somebody that they're emotionally engaged to. Again, video is way better than a phone call, way better than a text message, way better than an email because they can see and hear you and they can see your body language and they can feel the excitement better than anything else, any other means of communication, unless they're standing right in front of you. And let's face it, folks, people are standing in front of us less and less. So we need to set ourselves apart as far as video goes to get the emotional engagement. One statistic that Matt shared with me that I actually was surprised. It's not a statistic I knew before today. 16% of car buyers are not taking a test drive before they lay down the money or sign the contracts. So 16% of people who are buying cars in this country never take a test drive. Now, I was always taught when you get the person, the test drive is when you get them emotionally connected to the car. You get their ether up, you get them excited. So if 16% of people aren't taking a test drive, which is fine, right? It's fine if they want to do it that way. What's your other option to get them excited and get them emotional? Maybe a little thing called video. Guys, it's super simple. It really is. But what I need you to do, what we all need you to do, is make it happen. We've been talking about it, and I'm really super proud of the guys who went back from the training today, got their teams all sorts of revved up, and started taking action. If we really want to set ourselves apart from the competition, this is a super simple way to do it. Make your reps give you a video once a week. Now, Matt also gave us some fantastic ideas for contests and spiff to get the sales reps involved. First thing I asked him in the question and answer section was, because everyone in the training was managers, how is it as managers, can they go back to their stores and make this happen? We've talked about it, but how can they really, honestly, and truly bring it to life? And Matt said something pretty simple. I thought it was fantastic. He says, well, here's the deal. You want to get your sales floor bought in? You, as sales managers, need to do it first. Why don't you go out on the lot and shoot a quick 2-minute walk around? Why don't you ask for the names of everyone who bought a car yesterday so that you can record a quick little thank you video and send it out? He says, if you want your sales team to buy into it, you need to lead by example. Now, you guys know I love to shoot videos. I make them all the time. Whether you watch them or not is up to you. But there's really, really good information in them for you. And I wish you had been at the training, but even though you stood me up, it's okay. I actually am going to work with Matt because the session that he did for us today was kind of a warm-up for him for the Internet Sales Battle Plan Conference. It's Jim Ziegler's conference down in Florida. He's going to be there in a couple weeks doing a very similar version of the presentation he did for us today. And because he is such a good friend of mine, he's going to get us a recorded copy of it. So even though you stood me up, I got to give you a hard time. I'm going to get you a recorded version of it. And I really hope that you share it with not just your sales managers, not just your internet and BDC teams. I want you to share it with your whole store. Why even leave it just to variable? I'm sure Fix could benefit for it, but we'll worry about them later, right? Right now, I want your salespeople to see it. I want you to see it, and I want you to adopt it and understand, just like Matt said today, mobile is now, and video is the best way to accomplish it. And it's actually really easy, you guys. If you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Have a fantastic day.